level with us, then perhaps we wouldn't have to come full steam ahead like we've been doing.
May I respond?
Absolutely.
And I won't be lengthy, because it doesn't require a lengthy response. But if you're going to believe everything that is quoted in the newspaper, then there's nothing that I can say that will change your mind about anything. Because I can't begin to tell you the number of times that I have been misquoted or taken out of context via any form of the media. And that's just the way it is. That's not my creation. That's the way the media operates. So, you know, what you read in the newspaper, you didn't get it straight from me. I had some discussions with some people at Summerfield, and I told them that it was a request that came to me from the Board of Education, and we had discussions about possibly relocating the school bus parking lot to that portion of the Wiacek property that borders Shelton High School. And that's really as far as it got. So, you know, beyond that, I don't know what else to tell you, other than what Mr. Angley said. You know, that's where it is. We've spent a fair amount of money, and the Board of Education has spent a fair amount of money down to Riverdale Avenue. And it's not likely that those buses are going to leave that location anytime soon.
Sir, you could just tell us it's not going to happen. It would make us happy and we'd leave.
Yeah, but you see, I can't do that, because I can't say never forever, because it doesn't work that way.
You can't commit future voids.
So,
Mr. Mayor?
you know, and I don't want to get into a back and forth on this. You know, obviously some of you have to have your mind made up, and that's okay. But I've told you what I've told you, and that's where I'm at. I have other more important things to worry about than relocating the bus parking lot up to the Wiacek property.
Mr. Mayor, if I may? I just want to say, Pete DeLolio, you want to stand up? We're the two people that you spoke with at Summerfield. And you called me at my home on Sunday morning. And I'm not misquoting, I don't think, and I'm not excluding paper quotes on you. You did tell me, in fact, that it was the intention to move the school bus parking lot from its present location to the Wiacek property because where it was marked off and the potential driveway into that property, that was what it was for. And so...
Well, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you on that. What I told you is that the reason that there were markings on the road was because the Highways and Bridges Department had call before you dig.
Yes.
Because they were up there dumping wood chips from the city yard to the open space portion of Wiacek. And before that we could enter the property because of the high pressure transmission gas pipeline that exists up there, we needed to do a call before you dig.
That's not the area.
Mark, Mr. Mayor, Mark, whatever. The chips, I don't know if you've been up there. The chips are not on the Wiacek property, to the best of my knowledge. The chips are under the high tension wires. There was previously a roadway in that area that you had city access to. And as far back as 4 years ago, we complained about that when I was on the board, saying that the teenagers in the city were going in that back parking area there and doing their nasty little deeds, which I probably did when I was a teenager. But anyhow, the point is that's where the chips are going. Now, if you go up there and physically look at what's written on the roadway, the driveway is a good 50 to 100 feet down beyond that. The property, where you want to put the driveway is going directly into the Wiacek property. The chips are 50 feet up the road, there's already...
Well, look, I can't tell you why those markings are on the road then. Simple as that. That's the response that I got from the superintendent of highways and bridges.
Well,
and I conveyed that to everyone here tonight.
I mean, you're the mayor, if you can't give us an explanation, is someone in this city, planning and zoning, or whomever, the highway, the state highway department, or the city highway department, could they come up there and satisfy our curiosity?
I'm sure we can get an explanation as to what the writing on the road means.
I've been told what it means. Now I haven't worked it out.
But there's on any number of roads in the city, there are call before you dig markings. And that's because of the activity that takes place within the city.
We have to live by that standard in Summerfield Gardens too, so
We were told it was a
Okay,
driveway.
in any event, on a brighter note, we have a special presentation that we need to make tonight. We've had a couple of gentlemen who performed a heroic act within our city a couple months back, and the city wants to take this opportunity to recognize them. So I'm going to come down there, and if they would please join me, I'd like to do that at this time.